Today is October 3rd. The Yankees win the last game of the season on a walk-off, which secures their spot in the wild card game. They will be traveling up to Boston to play the Red Sox for a one-game elimination match. Holy cow. Let's talk some Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old JOMBOY, Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, theme, and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talking Yanks with old JOMBOY, Jake. Talking Yanks with old JOMBOY, Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. We're having some tech difficulties. We see the Bronxies in the chat. You guys are the absolute best for that. Llewellyn's here. Everyone's here. We're trying.
Hello.
Hey, baby!
We're good? Hello and welcome.
Yes.
Talking Yanks, brought to you by DraftKings. My name's Jimmy. His name's Jake. In the corner, we got producer BBD. And the Yanks are going to the wild card game. Jake, how are you doing?
James, BBD, everyone in the chat, Turtle City. I'm doing all right, man. I mean, you know, there was a point today where things could have gone really south and we would have been scrambling and, you know, Yanks going to Toronto or who the hell knows. Yanks and Red Sox both take care of their business. Well, today, Yanks could have also taken care of their business earlier this series, and we'd be talking about a game in the Bronx. But we're going up to Fenway. We've got Garrett Cole on the mound. You know, we haven't even really thought too much about the ins and outs of the game. It is going to be Eovaldi, and when we saw him, we jacked him up. So that'll get exciting over the next couple hours. But, hey, we're in the dance. This whole season has been so up and down. And, hey, at least we're having some fun moments, the Wandy stuff today. And I'll be honest, we got this plush Bronxy, John Bronxy for our office. Jim, I put John Bronxy in our recording studio. I left to get water, and I came back.
And it had grown? What's going on?
And I had that actual feeling of, like, what's up, Bronxy?
Oh.
Like he was actually a part.
Well, it's not Bronx. This is our Bronx.
John Bronxy.
John Bronxy.
He goes by Bronxy, though.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's kind of like, whoa, we got another member of the team right now. So, excited for that. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm running on like a tiny high here, and then it's going to be full like hearts and stomach time come Tuesday. Some groundskeeping. We're going to recap this series a little bit. Obviously, some stuff happened. Tomorrow we'll be doing another episode where a more in-depth conversation about
matchups,
wild card game matchups. You know, relievers available, is JD available, and like there's going to be more news that comes out and stuff like that. So that'll be tomorrow's episode. This is kind of just like an end of the season, end of the series. The season's over. That's kind of wild to me whenever a baseball season ends because it's so long, and then you're like, oh, we're done. And then big news tomorrow night.
Yes.
There's a live stream on the JOMBOY and Jake TV YouTube channel around 7 p.m. at night, and it is going to be a bloodbath. Jake versus me in a 7-game series of a board game you probably never heard of called Binho.
Binho.
It's like paper football meets foosball. And it's going to be big time.
Intense.
So there's no Yankees baseball tomorrow night. Tune in, JOMBOY Jake TV around 7 o'clock. We got to recap this series a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying. You know, we'll keep it tight. I know we want to move on. I mean, there's groundskeeping that does tie into other stuff, like, you know, Luke Voit went to the 60-day IL, so he's done. Did someone else go to the 60-day IL?
DJ went to the IL, not the 60-day.
DJ went to the 10-day IL, the sports hernia stuff. The day after, there was quotes that he had a hernia and he was going to play through it. And I don't know. I think if anyone that's been listening to Talkin' Yanks with us, I like giggled the other day thinking about after the season when they tell us about DJ's injuries because it's just seemed a little off this year. And we all thought it was going to tie to the hip because that was kind of the new thing. And he had the triceps thing earlier this year, and now it comes out he's got a sports hernia. He's on the 10-day IL. They said if they get to the ALCS, there's a chance he can play in that. So that'll kind of be a tomorrow thing. But, I mean, that's huge
and he's been
news.
battling it for a while. This whole year felt like, and we've been saying it a lot, like, what's the DJ injury going to be at the end of the season? Because there's no way this dude was healthy the whole year. But why'd they play him at the top of the order the whole year if they knew he was battling something? That's another conversation, I guess.
As he the one guy that doesn't get a day off every week.
Yeah.
Right.
They like, ran him into the ground.
He played the most games. So, yeah, that's a little weird. And, hey, who knows? Hey, maybe DJ's on the other side of it. We joke about him being a quiet guy and stuff. You know, maybe he just thought he was sore and playing hurt. We don't know the full story. We'll see if we ever get it. But, yeah, I mean, that was a pretty quick 24, 48 hours. DJ, who, again, has been in the lineup pretty much every day. It hasn't been the output we've necessarily wanted or expected. And then Voit, who, hey, he got benched and it sucked, but he's still supposed to be, like, our weapon. Like, we saw them the end of the last series, like, bust him out. Like, here we go. Luke Voit have a moment, and now he's gone. So that changes the look of the playoff bench a little bit. You know, we did our playoff roster episode. I think, you know, that'll probably be part of tomorrow's episode. Finalizing that.
The bench sucks. If you don't want speed or defense, if you need a bat, you're not finding it on the bench. It's Higgy, Gardner, Wade, Velasquez.
Yeah.
Maybe Velasquez starts instead of Odor, and then it's Odor on the bench. But, yeah, you're not finding any bats on the bench this postseason run if they get past the wild card game, which is interesting.
Man, and again, I think we're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow because I think we can have crazy conversations like, you know, is Florial on the one-game playoff roster just to have another body, like, because it's one game. So, I don't know. We haven't even daydreamed some of that stuff. We'll get through this series, which basically just ended up being today. And, again, it was a game without a ton of action. So, I might be a thruple burn.
You want to thruple burn it?
Might be a thruple burn.
All right, well, the thruple burn is brought to you by Topps NFT's Topps Bunt app. The final week of the regular season is done. It's over. And you got a chance to collect the players and moments that made this season so unforgettable with Topps Bunt MLB Card Trader app. Topps Bunt is the official digital trading card app of the MLB and MLBPA and releases new content every day featuring your favorite players, both past and present, as well as iconic moments like teams punching their tickets to the postseason and more. Download the Topps Bunt app now in the iTunes App Store and Google Play. Yeah, download the Topps Bunt app now in the iTunes App Store and Google Play. Topps Bunt 21 will also be the premier destination for all the playoff action, releasing new collectible content every twist and turn of the 2021 postseason. Whoo!
It's the Topps.
It's the Topps. You want to thruple burn it?
I think so. Yanks Twitter account just posted some pics of the boys partying. That's cool to see. I like that. We need some team bonding.
Yeah, you know? I'm glad. I'm glad they don't have to play 163 and they get to.
Yeah.
If there's 163, there's no ever celebration, and you need to celebrate. Long-ass season. It's a weird combo. This picture's Gardner, Wade, Judge, and Rizzo.
Yeah, man. Same reaction when I looked at that one. That one's going to be one we look back in 3 years and we're like, holy shit.
You're like, this one's Gio and Glaber. That makes sense.
And Glaber with a beautiful smile. That's what I've been asking for a while out of him.
Why doesn't he smile on the field? It's weird.
Smile more. Run to first.
Gardner, Wade, Judge, and Rizzo. You are right. Show me this picture in maybe 7 months, and I'm weirded out. 12 months for sure. You show me this picture in 4 years, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Gardner and Wade played together?
Hey.
All right. It's a good picture. They look happy.
It's a good picture.
Let's do the thruple burn. On your mark. Get set. Burn, Jiggy burn.
Oh, Friday night in the boogie down Bronx. The Rays with nothing mattering in their season versus the Yankees, needing one to for sure get at least a 163 and two to lock up more than that. Nestor Cortez versus Shane McClanahan, a good Irish versus the Spanish, Jim. That war of 14-4. You remember that. In the first, Nelson Cruz is around the bases as he hits a solo dong. It's 1-0 Rays. But Big G, he gets the RBI single. We are tied up at 1. Oh, there goes that pretty man again, Kevin Kiermaier. Ooh la la. RBI single. It's 2-1. Jim, it would stay that way into the 9th. Clay Holmes, don't act like you don't know my name. Wandy Peralta, Johnny Laza. Herman comes out, and Wander Franco, boy, is he going to be a problem for a long time. He gets the 2 RBI single. It's 4-1 into the 9th. But these Yankees, they got some fight. Gallo on the bunt single. Stanton scores good fortitude to make it 4-2. The Gardner, Uncle Brett, can't stop, won't stop. It's 4-3. It would end 4-3. Yanks go Cortez, Holmes, Peralta, Loaizaga, Herman, Abreu. Lose game 1, 4-3, but they play game 2 on Saturday. And holy crap, Brandon Lau, 2 3-run homers in the first 3 innings. It's 6-1. It's 7-1 after Zunino does it. Guys, this one ended up 12-2 final. Monty didn't have it. Hey, Licky popped up. We missed him. Kinger gets it. Joely has to wear some pitches, too. Don't care, because it comes down to the last day of the season. Jameson Taillon taking the bump. Oh, my God, this game's kind of important. Michael Waka Flocka Flame, meanwhile, for the Rays, and he would go hard in the paint. 5 innings pitch held the Yanks to 1 hit. What? Taillon, kind of a big dick game by him. 3.1 shutty, 45 pitches. He's hurt. He's not filled up. Wandy gets beat up on the mound by his teammates for doing such a good job. He kicks it to Clay Holmes. That guy's gross. Chad Green battling. Johnny Laza battling. And the Yanks, Jim, they got no hits. They battle in the 9th off of Fleming. Aaron Judge, line drive off his glove. Tyler Wade scores. Chappie held it down in the 9th. Yankees win 1-0 to secure a wild card game up in Fenway Park. See you there Tuesday night, live streaming, 8 p.m.
The thruple burn.
Been there.
Obviously the Yankees win. I want to keep it high spirits. I don't want to reflect too much, but game 1 versus the Rays, also kind of reflection of why they're so frustrating. Using Herman for a 2nd inning in a 1-run game, and then going to Abreu when they had Chapman and the rest up. And
yeah,
they don't have home field advantage right now.
Right, and you summed it up best. I think you told me this. I forget if it was text or in person, but you said like they were supposed to win Friday night's game.
Yeah,
like that's kind of the part of this script that's missing. Like we should be talking about a home Yankees.
It was the most
game.
important game, and they acted like they were just going with their plan. Yeah. Like, well, because I was explaining it, I said, well, game 2, the Rays are going to throw all their best pitchers. Good pitchers to get on the way, and they're facing a starting pitcher they've never seen before.
Who's nasty, by the way?
Nasty.
The Wizard of Boz.
Game 1, they had to win. Like it was like out of the 3 games, it was the must win, and the fact that they went with Herman and Abreu in the 9th inning of a 1-run game when they had Chapman up. That's the If they never had Chapman or Litke or anyone else up, then you're like, oh, whatever. Yeah. Like you're mad at them because they just didn't take it seriously. But they took it serious. They flaunted serious in your face. Yeah. And then they stayed with Herman and Abreu, and then they come back in the 9th a little bit, and you're like, this was the game. We should be hosting this wild card game. You should have won this game, and then the next game, Monty completely shits the bed. That's scary. The Rays are scary. They barely cared, and they won the series and one hit the Yankees. So if they win this wild card game and we get to do a preview about the Rays, like that's going to be a very scary conversation that we're going to have to figure out. But we'll obviously sit on that for a while.
Yeah, we'll tie some loose ends on the Rays for now. Hey, they're the best team in the American League. They won 100 games this year. I've been saying it all year on Talking Baseball. I think this Rays lineup is different than it's been in past years. And in the Saturday game, Austin Meadows hit 8th for them. And, there was an argument before the season that he's their best hitter. Brandon Lau hit 39 homers this year. Rosarena is going to win Rookie of the Year. Wander Franco might be in the 2 or 3 slot there. He's gross. You guys saw how tough his at-bats were. They've got Nelson Cruz. Forget if I said Zunino, but he had one of the best offensive seasons for a catcher. So this Rays team is very real. And I hope we get a chance to deep dive a little more and see what they're about, because you also know the Rays always pitch a little bit. But the Yanks, like you're saying, I mean, that Friday night game is frustrating. If they won that, we're talking about a wild card game in the Boogie Down Bronx instead we're going to Fenway Park. So, yeah, and, playoffs are different. If you forget, I know none of you do because you're baseball fans, but, like, nerves happen. This isn't a shot at Jay Happ. He was shaking on the mound in his playoff game.
He was. That was weird.
And he's like a veteran that's seen a lot of shit. So, I don't know. We really don't want to be sitting here late Tuesday night talking about how this game could have been in the stadium. Whatever. We'll move past it. They won today in somewhat a playoff game, although the Rays weren't playing for anything. But, they threw McHugh in this. They threw D-Rob, Kittredge, Chargois. And, hey, shout out to the Yankees pitching, man. How many times this year have we come back to that their pitching has held it together? They shut out the Rays on a must-win game for them.
Yeah, that's good. That is very good.
There's something to be said for that.
Yeah, and they pitched a lot of their guys, so. Judge gets his first walk-off hit of his career.
Yeah.
Judge comes through again. Someone in the chat asked, why are the Yankees away? They have a worse record with Boston.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no. We're upbeat. We're excited. I'm not going to relive all the dumb Yankees losses this year that would change us hosting the game in the Bronx. I'm not going to think about that.
All those games that they could have tried in, they didn't?
There's no reason to think about that. So, Roogie clutch hit. What do you think? Should we do some awards?
Yeah, I think so. I think we do some awards.
Anything else from this? I mean, the Gio play, I think we'll be talking about that soon enough, but that's kind of all time. Like, anything else that needs to get a shout-out?
No, don't think so. Bronxy
the Turtle. Got a little champagne. We didn't love it.
Don't love that they.
We don't love it.
I'm hoping it wasn't alcoholic. I'm hoping it was just the sparkling cider because they don't want to burn their eyes.
Roogie did an interview after. I don't know if you saw this yet, and he was like, "Yeah, one of the beat reporters. I don't think they were trying to be tongue in cheek, but they were like, does Bronxy like champagne?" And he was like, "Oh no, it's just a little bit, and then we put him back in his home. We want him to be safe." Like he was walking it back a little bit.
Yeah, you can't
because he's a turd. He's an animal.
Yeah, they didn't think that was getting out.
Yeah. Can't give animals booze.
That's not my standby.
That's like a firm take.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Awards are brought to you by Gabby Insurance, and you will be awarded if you use them. What they do is they compare all the insurance rates against your own. Right? Because shopping for auto insurance sucks.
Yeah.
But Gabby's here to help. Things that would take days or weeks, Gabby does in minutes. They use your current policy. They compare your current coverage with 40 of the top insurance providers, like Nationwide, Travelers. They are the one true comparison platform with fast, verifiable quotes, not ballpark guesses. Paying car insurance sucks. I'm sure we have people in our audience that do it, and I'm sure we have people in our audience that don't do it yet.
You're gonna.
And then they're about to find out what it's about, and they're going to be like, this sucks. And the worst part about it is the due diligence and the research and being like, all right, whatever.
Jim, you know I've had a knack for ad reads lately.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something?
Uh-huh.
Would you rather have something like Gabby that gathers all the best insurance options, best prices for you, or would you rather just go blindly and take a rate that's probably bad for you?
I'd rather the good option.
I'm going with Gabby, too. G-A-B-I.
Yeah. So Gabby has been featured in TechCrunch, Forbes, and USA Today. Start saving on your auto insurance today. Go to Gabby.com/Yanks to start saving today. It's totally free. It's GABI.com/Yanks. Gabby.com/Yanks. Breaking news in the chat.
Boop, 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 boop.
According to someone in the chat, they said that according to Hoax Twitter, according to Rugi, Bronxy is a girl.
Yes.
How is Bronxy handling the celebration? Is he okay in there?
Yeah, she's good. She's good. She's still good in there. You know, she's been giving us a lot of energy. You know, we've been talking a lot about the tour, and we've been having fun.
Does she like champagne?
Not really. I mean, I'll put it back in his little case, you know, because I don't want nothing to happen to her.
Well, it was a his and a her there,
Yeah.
so he doesn't know. He called it a his and a her.
There was a
Same.
his in the middle.
Yeah.
It did feel like a mistake his, so
I'll
I
put it
think
back
we
in
lean
his
curl for now.
little case, you know, because I don't want in his little case, you know, because I don't want nothing to happen to her.
You know, we don't know yet. Bronxy hasn't declared.
I would say 80% female.
You would,
Yeah.
because sometimes people just call things her.
Sure.
All right.
Sometimes people call things him.
Yeah. Who goes first in awards?
Well,
It's Jake.
Oh, it's Jake.
it's Sunday. I was in a church this weekend.
Saw that. Was not jealous.
My relationship with the big man is lit right now. Love is patient. Love is kind. James, I'm going to cut through the riffraff here.
Cut through it, dude.
I'm giving it to Gio Urshela.
Oh.
That was one of the more special catches I've seen on a Yankee field. He goes careening into the dugout. It's scary. We were live for it. You know, it took a very serious tone. I think some of the StatCast numbers on it, he was running 27 feet per second or whatever, which is kind of like Gio's top speed, right into the Rays dugout. And yeah, we heard it's a thigh thing, but he's laying on the ground, and you're like, we don't know what happened. I mean, did he break something? Did he break anything? Like, anything is possible. And by the way, the catch is awesome. He ran 128 feet, so 90 feet to first. You do a little turkey math after that. Like, that's a full sprint from basically home plate to the shallow outfield, and he makes the catch. And, man, a game they had no energy. They had one hit forever. Gio makes a special play. Like, something to be remembered.
Did you see that Gio play?
Yeah, sure did. Sure did, Bob.
Did you see that Angel Hernandez play? I hope he's okay. I hope that he gets treatment and stuff. It looks like he caught the front bench on his left hip. When I walk into a table in my house or something, slow speed, and I hit that part of my upper thigh, it's like, oh, how'd I bump into that again?
You saw I got a bruise from a blitz ball, so I can't even really talk. If I did what Gio did, I'd just be covered in bruise.
You bruised like a...
People would start calling me Bruce because I'm just bruised all the time.
That's a cool nickname. I don't know if you'd earned it yet, but I think more so we should call you Peach. Because you bruise
People
like a
call me
peach.
Peach.
Yeah.
People call me Peach.
Or maybe Peachy Boy.
I'd say Peach is like a top 7 nickname for me.
Peach.
Rocky's the one.
What's up, Peach?
Got a lot of Rockies this weekend.
You know what? I want to call you Peaches.
You can call me Peaches.
I like...
I mean, that's tied to sex a little bit, and that's not going to help the rumors with us.
Peaches is tied to sex?
Yeah.
Guess I'm out on that. What about Peach Boy?
Not tied to sex.
Okay.
Not tied to sex.
Call you Peach Boy.
Sure.
I mean, Gio's awesome. He also had 3 hits in this game, in this series, which is the most out of, or tied for the most out of any player because no one hit at all. Stayed on the field, then got taken out. I hope he's all right. It's a big conversation to be had with Gio on the left side of the infield. I think I'm going to save it because I have another award coming up. Maybe. Maybe. That's tied to it. But good pride. I am proud of that play.
Right.
I wish that he didn't get hurt. I wish there was some Rays just hanging out on the top step. I don't blame the Rays for not getting in the way. They had no idea what was happening. But if they just happened to be at the top step, I think it's a better situation.
I've gone back and forth in it because it honestly could have been worse.
Oh, I thought it could be bad.
Like if there were Rays guys there, like that could have added to the collision, kind of. So at first I was kind of, should I be mad about it? I'm not. I mean, he's coming in full tilt, and that was crazy.
It's awesome.
Proud of him.
You are proud of him.
Shortstop.
Gio.
Maybe.
Urshela.
Talk about that next episode.
Hey, did I not play the soundbite? Come on, we're not going to do these for another 6 months or so. I got to step up my game.
Pride of the Yankees. Pride of the Yankees. Yeah.
Look at your camera real quick.
Huh? It's awesome. It's so cool when you get that angle of it. My pride of the Yankees is...
Come on.
Jameson Taillon.
Yeah. Yes.
Comes back from injury, a re-aggravated whatever was wrong with him in his ankle. And it was like, hey, man, I don't know. Just, like, hang him up, I guess. Go in. 3.1 innings of 2-hit ball. I don't think they were going to ask for more than that. I didn't think he was going to get to see the lineup a third time. Did he go twice through? Is that what he did?
Midway, right? Because he did 3.1.
Yeah.
So he got to, they gave him one more batter. Did he get Nelson Cruz a second time? And then they took him out for Meadows? I think so.
Whatever it was. Needed innings there because they were looking at a potential 163, and I think they wanted to save Sevy for that. King was unavailable because they mismanaged him the game before. And all of a sudden, Jameson Taillon's the one taking the pill, and you're like, is he even healthy? Like, do we have any idea what we're going to get? And then he shut down the Rays for 3.1 innings. That was all I wanted out of him. Like, on the stream, I was saying, like, I wouldn't, like, throw him for 4 innings. Like, it was 2 or 3 for me, just to see what you have.
Yeah.
And, yeah, a guy that was having a really, really good season, coming back from so many injuries, then gets another injury. Really happy for JMO that he got to end the regular season in that manner, and happy that he helped the Yankees shut down the Rays' bats for a little bit. So it's a series where you're really searching for prides because nobody hit.
There's one game.
And they only won one game, and JMO pitched the most innings. So.
Dude, it's a huge outing, man. Yeah, if he doesn't do that, what would we be talking about? One game in Toronto right now?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, before hopefully a game we could win before a wild card game. I mean, it's a crazy outing by him. And yeah, I think when we were doing bullpen math, I think 3 was the number they were hoping for. And they get 3.1. And then Wandy, Clay, Chad, Johnny, Chappie, and thank God they scored in the 9th because they used their whole pitching path essentially. But big outing by him.
Yeah. Good job, JMO.
Good job.
Oh,
JMO, yeah.
Do we skip it going into the wild card? Can we check to see if we've ever skipped it on the last day of the season before? If we there's precedent, we will skip it. If not, we will award our.
You Yankee motherfucker.
Doesn't look like it's ever been skipped.
Then we can't skip it, man.
I think we could. We can start a new precedent. Like you can start new precedents. Doing things the way you've always done them are the most dangerous words in business, Jim. You know that.
Yeah,
it's your email signature.
That's how we've always done it. I wanted to make it my email signature, being very petty. I mean, there's a very simple one that I can give.
Well, I mean, I'm first. Are we doing them?
Yeah, let's just do it.
Monty is bad. Really bad. Baseball happens. Over it. Got it out of his system. Smart.
Great. I'm giving it to Gary Sanchez. 0-2, like every at bat.
Yeah.
Every single at bat, down 0-2. Taking, looking, chasing, every at bat.
There's your bench hitter for the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. There's your guy that's going to be a bat on the bench. So Monty and Gary. Gary only had 7 at bats. He went 0 for 7. He did draw a walk. He hit a ball hard that Meadows caught in this game today. But, I mean, every at bat, 0-2. And then eventually chases strike 3. It was poor.
Yeah.
So, Band-Aids, easy.
Just Band-Aid it. What was I going to say? What was that, Gary? Was that in the 8th? Gary lined out to left, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bullet that he
It's a
hit.
good at bat,
Good at
worked the
bat,
full
good.
count.
The 3 balls he took were all good takes.
Yeah.
D-Rob.
But the award's for more than that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's gone. It's over.
Carabas with a pretty funny tweet, but he's like part of this.
Sure.
Because Red Sox fans and Yankees fans chirped each other over the standings for 6 whole months just to finish with the exact same record.
Yeah. But, and, you know, I know sometimes people come at you for being the critical voice. The expectations coming into this season for those two teams were very different.
Yeah.
The Yankees were supposed to be the best team in the American League. Red Sox, a lot of people projected them to be 4th in the AL East. So, going into Tuesday, man, a lot on the line. A lot on the line.
Regular old awards. Jake, you get to go first.
Interesting. I'm going to give out the Averex Award.
Seems like you knew that I was going to go this way, and now you're snaking them from me.
I have a closer relationship with God. That's why I lead off on the Sunday episodes.
So I leaked my pick, and you're just grabbing it.
How'd you leak it?
Are you giving it to Rugi?
Is that your guess?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, because I said that I was going to give this award to have the bigger conversation later.
When did you say that?
When we were talking about Gio, I said he's probably not even the best at shortstop, but that's a bigger conversation that I'm going to give an award out
You
later.
didn't say you were giving out the Averex Award. To say you leaked that, that's,
I leaked
that's
that I was
overstepping a little.
I leaked that I was giving Rugi an award, and that's
overstepping
as
a
true
little
as
bit.
it comes.
Well, that's why it's the honor of going first, Jim. Where you deserve credit, and that's why I'm giving it to you. Probably the best award given this year. It's become a part of our
lexicon,
daily dialogue, and here we are, season on the line. Now wild card going to be on the line, and Rougned Odor is back at it as our third baseman, question mark. I mean, well, it's going to be interesting, the Velasquez conversation. Tyler Wade, we love him, but they're going to keep him on the bench, and you saw why today. They love that shit. And Rougned has the leadoff hit in the 9th inning today to start the rally. So I don't know, man. He's in the middle of everything. He was the first guy out to hug Judge after the game-winning hit. He's the first guy out and just put a blank after it. I don't know. We joked for a while that Rougned Odor was going to have a massive playoff moment for this team. I hope we're stumbling into it. I really do.
I was going to give the Let's Rethink This Part 2 award. Like, we went into last playoffs at this time last year saying, is the best defense actually Gio at short, Voit at first, Glaber at second, DJ at third? And they didn't admit to that until 7 or 8 months later.
Yeah.
Like 8 months later, and we were saying at the start of last postseason, I'm going to get ahead of this one. Do not start Rougned Odor.
Really?
Start Gio Urshela at third base and Squid at short, and that's a better squad. Rugi can't make the plays at third that Gio can make. That saved us in the postseason last year over and over and over again. Turning those double plays with Gio at third was why they beat Cleveland. It was a big reason why they went 5 games with the Rays. It was huge. Rougned can't do that. He couldn't turn a simple one today. It took him like 7 steps to step on third and throw to first. Rougie's offense sucks. It's a big home run or nothing. Squid can at least, if he gets on base, he'll steal. He'll hit and run. He'll go first to third. And he can play a better shortstop, and then Gio plays a better third. Rougned should not start in the postseason.
I mean, man, I've been one of the number one Velasquez guys for the last little bit. I do think a 1-game playoff's a little different. I mean, Rougie's seen a lot of shit, man. He's a veteran. Velasquez is a kid who hadn't played a lot of games. To put him at shortstop in Fenway, that's a dangerous game.
Fine.
That's a dangerous game.
Wild card, I'm fine with it. But like a 5-game series, you're better lineup.
I don't know if I differ with that. I might be aligned with you. But I think at Fenway, to put the kid out there at shortstop after he hasn't been playing at all, that's just asking for a disaster.
That could be right, but I would have played him today and yesterday.
Well, he played yesterday, right?
Well, I would have played him today. I would have just done that.
I think they might know the conversation that we just had, like at Fenway Park.
Because then Odor's a bat off the bench, and right now you got no bats off the bench.
Gary's the bat off the bench tomorrow for the 1-game playoff.
Tuesday, yeah. If they go to a 5-game set.
Yeah,
There's a better defense to be had, and
I'm with
lineup to be had, and versatility to be had. And I would do Wade. Like, if anyone's like, why not Wade? I would do Wade, but I've accepted that they like Wade off the bench. They basically jam that down our throat. They like being able to pluck Wade and pinch run him. Yeah. I mean, so, hey, Bronxy's tiny.
Yeah.
I did not realize how small Bronxy was.
The initial pic that leaked of Bronxy made
that had
it
to
look
be like the camera was like an inch off the ground.
Yeah, it made it look like he was, I don't know, a turtle. Like I would have guessed like a little smaller than like you could have picked him up with 2 hands. Like that Bronxy, it's almost rude to pick him up with 2 hands.
Something shocked me about this photo.
Okay.
1, that. I was just like, oh, yeah.
Wow.
Tilo. 2, Hicksy.
Man, he looks huge there.
Yeah. Well, he's probably deserves to be in the back row with the Giants, but
I think on a lot of teams he'd be in that back row.
Chapman should be in that back row, too. They're all Giants. Wandy front and center.
Nestor. Oh, what a power pose.
Yeah, no, Nestor.
Oh, my God. That's profile pic stuff. Wade just looks casually way too hot. Gardy throwing a bad peace sign. That's awesome. I mean, that's almost your Bud Selig thumb you've been throwing out, but peace sign version.
Very limp peace sign.
Whose head is this, you think?
Ooh, interested. If we did some math, we could probably get there. Like Stanton Monty back there is pretty good. Mike King looking hot.
Is that Clay Holmes getting covered?
It could be Holmes back there.
Gallo's got a nice smile. I'll give him that.
Who's
that? Chad creeping?
Where?
I think that's Chad in front of him.
That's Chad.
And then is that Taillon behind him, maybe? Or is that Clay Holmes on the left? We got a couple mysteries.
There's 2 guys that I think might be Clay Holmes.
Maybe there's 2 Clay Holmes.
Yeah.
They brought the Pirates one, too.
Oh, it's like that fucking, what's the magician movie you love where the guy kills himself all the time?
Secrets All My Life, Sarah. I don't love that movie.
But we reference it a good amount.
It's The Prestige. One of our buddies loves that line. Evan? Secrets All My Life, Sarah.
It's a good magician line.
All right. You got another award?
What's your first award?
Oh, yeah. You stole mine.
Nope. I gave an award.
A thief.
No theft.
No honor among thieves.
Luckily, not a thief.
The whole bullpen is the name of the award. The name of the award is the whole bullpen.
So it's guerrilla warfare today.
The name of the award is the bullpen.
The bullpen or the whole bullpen?
The whole bullpen. No, it's the bullpen award.
The bullpen award.
Yes. Goes to a couple guys. I know you don't like that.
I'm fine with it.
This actually goes to...
Do I get to guess?
Yeah, you can guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Chapman, Chad, Clay, Loizaga, Sevy.
Yep, you're missing. Yeah, you're missing a couple.
Who else you got in there?
Holmes.
I said
Then did you say Wandy?
I didn't say Wandy. I left Wandy out.
And King.
And King.
Yeah. Might be one of the better accidental bullpens ever assembled. Sevy, they didn't expect to be there. King, they saw as a starter. Holmes, they traded for. They could say they thought he was going to become this.
I didn't think he was this.
I don't think he was. They thought he was going to be this. Wandy deserves his own award, but he got lumped in, so that's tough for you.
That's
tough for
The
you.
thing is, he
Brutal.
could have still gotten his own award.
Well, that's tough because he got this award called the Bullpen Award.
Because it felt like that could have waited for your second award when, like, we already.
I'm in
You're
it too
cleaning up
because
the
I have to give a
scraps.
second one, and now all these guys are taken.
Because that would have been the last award of the show.
Yeah,
Don't say I'm in it now.
I'm in it too, dude.
Don't say I'm in it
I'm
now.
scrambling for the next one because there's so many people got taken in this one. But Sevy and King are amazing. Litke can be involved too, I guess. Did he pitch?
Oh.
He's bald.
He pitched Saturday.
Yeah. 3 2/3.
53 pitches.
Dude, the bullpen was impressive today against the Rays. The bullpen is impressive. It makes you wonder. Cole's been rough in Fenway. He hasn't been an ace in a while. Makes you wonder, like, in a one-game wild card playoff, you don't have to ride him if he's not giving you what you paid for and what you expect to have. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see their hook on him because, they just went Taillon for 3. You don't want to go 3, obviously, but they didn't use Sevy and they didn't use King.
Right.
So I don't think Wandy's part of the wild card plan. I think Holmes is. I think Chad is. I think Laws is. I think Chapman is. I think Sevy and King are above Wandy.
I think King Wandy's a discussion.
Sure. I think it's the situation.
I mean, if it's not Cole starting, I think King's in the mix, but Cole, like, you can't pull him before 4.
I know.
And then you're already into those other guys with or without Wandy. So I think for the wild card, King's probably not in, but this is the stuff we get to stew over the next 48 hours, and that's the good stuff.
Bullpen's been great.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Litke was a main part. He's not there. Yeah.
What happened with King in game 2? I was doing I think that was church time for me.
What do you mean by what happened?
Well, he got hit. I'm asking you guys what happened. That was literally like I went airplane mode for 20 minutes.
Yeah, so they brought him in because Monty stunk, and he said their plan was to not use him at all. But they had to use him, which isn't true, and that's like kind of weird. Lau hit a homer off him. Lau was hitting homers off everyone, and then it was 2 singles. I don't remember what they were. And then Joely came in and gave up a home run to Meadows, which scored King's other 2 runs. So he came in the inning before, got the last out, then leadoff home run, then 2 singles, which I don't remember what those were, but they were jumping them. They were just swinging early. And then the last 2 earned runs were
Meds gets Joely.
yeah. Can you give me some juice?
I got juice for you.
So it wasn't like you saw a lot of like bad out of King, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
The whole thing felt bad. It felt like, why are you using King here? And then it felt like, why are you using King here? And that doesn't warrant his outing or whatever. And then Boone was like, well, we didn't want to use him, but we had to. And it was like, no, you didn't. And then they just killed Joely instead of throwing like a position player, which I thought was a bit mean, but whatever. Joely's not on the roster at this point. I don't know if that pivots, but they just threw him for as many pitches as he's ever thrown all season.
Yeah.
So it was the most like
You don't think he's on the 1 game?
No. They just treated him like a position player pitching.
Okay.
And they have so many. If he's on it, he's not part of the plan at all.
Right.
He's not going to come in.
Right. I'm excited to go over the roster with you again. We'll do that tomorrow. Did they pitch a position player all year?
No, they're like one of the only teams that never did, which is so funny because they're like the biggest save arms people. And want to know why? It's kind of annoying. Never mind. I think that comes from above Cashman and the Athletics team. I think that comes from like Randy Levine and Hal. Like, we don't want that image of quitting shit. Because why would they not throw a position player at all? They also were in the most close games ever.
Wasn't a whole lot of chance.
Not a lot of blowouts.
And I mean, the Yankees keep pitchers on the roster that they were gonna pitch because they're gonna send them down the next day.
Yeah, they have a lot of guys they bring up just to they know their next destination. And we've talked about that a lot this year.
All right, so I think this might make you feel better about Kinger.
Okay.
Here's the hits he gave up. This is the one to Randy, two-seamer, or Margot, that he
Fights one
flares.
off.
Yeah, fought it off in front of Judgy. Here is to Zanino, 0-1, two-seamer, down. Nice piece of hitting from
It's a
him.
hit.
Here is the home run. This is cool. Watch this. Just golfs a slider low and out of the zone. Dude was just on a heater.
That's the one Dickerson got him on, too.
And then this is Cruz, another up and in jam shot.
That's a beater. That should be an out.
And they ruled that a hit, which
Okay.
was crazy.
You got hit.
But they didn't want to.
Yeah,
I think he could have pitched out of it, but they didn't want to use him for
Right, they
multiple
wanna
bullets.
save the
so they
bullets
brought
for
Joely
tomorrow,
in. Joely
potentially.
gives a home run. Now his line is terrible. I
Yeah.
think King probably could have pitched out of it if he got more innings, but whatever. It wasn't great.
Okay.
He's part of the bullpen award.
So what was that award?
The bullpen.
Okay. It's a good award.
You're up.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike and Ike. Thank you, Candy Corn. I am going to go with the Imprint Award.
Imprint.
Imprint.
Guy that's leaving his imprint on the team. Guy that leaves imprints on the ball. Guy that probably not going to be around for a while, but you want to leave an imprint on the club. Rizzo.
Jim, the Imprint Award is going to Anthony Rizzo. Yeah, it's none of the hard hit stuff. It's none of that. It's about the picture. It's the whole conversation we had. Basically fed you that one. You basically stole my word. And thieves go to hell.
Liar, liar, liar.
Jim, we just talked about it with the picture. Thieves do go to hell.
Not all thieves, dude.
Yeah.
You're so close to God. Redemption's a huge part of it.
No. I don't even know God. Oh, my God. Rizzo, man, we just talked about it with the picture. Him, Judge, Gardy, Wade. We saw after Judge had the game-winning hit today that Rizzo was out there, like, going nuts a little bit. And it was like, wow. Okay, Rizzo. The guy is one of the most beloved athletes in, like, Chicago sports history. Is that overstepping my boundaries?
Yeah, I mean, Jordan exists. A lot of football players, the Bears.
But, I mean...
One championship.
He's like the.
But he
It's
was
the championship.
He was the guy that got the Cubs championship. Like, Rizzo was kind of the face of that team.
He's the de facto captain of
Super
of that
beloved. I
championship
mean,
team.
obviously, MJ. That's why I said he was one of the top.
About Ditka.
Ditka has him beat for sure. And that's like coach stuff too. Either way, I mean, Anthony Rizzo could be a top 5 Chicago athlete. I don't know. Interesting conversation for another time. If the Yankees just shit the bed, which there's a chance, man. This team has let us down a lot this year. You're right. We're going to look back at those Rizzo picks and be like, what the hell was that? Like, they weren't even supposed to be in the mix for Rizzo. Did it end Voigt's time as a Yankee? Or if he goes out and has an October with the boys, he can really leave an imprint. And I want that.
You want that to
So
happen.
I'm kind of asking to receive with my final award.
Hell yeah. cool. Rizzo might be the smartest base runner I've ever seen.
That was cool.
Like, that knows himself
Yeah.
better than the paying public,
Mm.
the adoring public know himself. Like, almost if I was to talk to Rizzo and be like, ball here, do you think you can get to second? And he says, oh, yeah. I say, okay, cool. Like,
Cool.
no doubt.
See you there.
His ability to grab the extra base when he knows he can, it's wild. Do they have out on the base path stats? Like, is that easy to find?
I've never looked for them on purpose.
They
before.
definitely have stats on
They
it.
have base running stats, but I would
Yeah.
wonder how many times he's been thrown out.
I think he does get got, but
You would
in
think
ge-
so because
but
he's not
in
fast.
general, for given what his just sprint speed
No,
is,
I mean,
he
we-
picks his spots very well.
We have an office of baseball people at this point. A lot of the people that work here are into baseball. And especially today, we had a bunch of people clipping highlights and everything. Rizzo took that bag, and all of us, pretty savvy baseball people, were like, whoa, he did that? It was like a ballsy but really smart move. Because, I mean, even if they throw it back to second, like, does that give Wade an opportunity to keep going? Like, it was some impressive baseball.
Out on base at second. So runner is put out while making a base running play, trying to advance on a fly ball, attempting to reach another base after the single, or doubled off on a line drive, attempting to advance on a wild pitch. It does not include pickoffs, caught stealings, or force plays.
Huge.
17 times in his career. The most ever was 15 in 2018. I don't know how this compares to other players, but I'm, like, interested to find that out now
Okay.
because I think he's good. Who's a player that a good compare player to do this with?
Someone with good baseball IQ.
Not
Not
great
necessarily
speed. What if we even
fast.
just did Judge?
Do Judge. He's got great speed, kind of. Good speed.
Much better speed than he's given credit for.
Yeah.
Probably grades out about average league wide, but he's 6'8".
Judge is really good. Judge has only made out at second 3 times in his career. I wonder how many times, like, you take the extra base. Bases
Rizzo's played
taken.
a lot of baseball, too.
72 divided by. All right, so Judge bases taken. This is a good stat that they need to, like, promote more. It's just when you take the extra base.
Right.
Judge has 17 this year. Rizzo has 16. So, kind of similar.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
What's your final award?
My final award of the 2021 season. I have, like, 2. No, I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
I'm not going to go negative town.
No, can't.
Not going to go negative town. There's a guy I really want to hype up,
Yeah.
but there's another guy I definitely want to hype up more. And it's going to be the...
Yes, say it, baby.
Don't rush me.
Bang. I'm hyping.
Oh, okay.
Like your hype guy. Oh.
Sounds like a carnival award.
Sounds like a carnival award. I don't know. Judge, Gardy.
Really? No guesses at all?
The entire bullpen.
No guess? No, the entire bullpen already got the bullpen award
That's
last
right.
night.
That's right. No guesses at all then.
BBD? You don't know? I thought I was giving the answer. I guess you guys aren't Joel fans.
Giancarlo hasn't been mentioned.
And the piano sounds like a carnival, and the microphone smells like a beer.
Was-
Well,
was
Jake
my
said
guess.
Gardner in there.
That was my guess.
No, you didn't.
Wow.
You guessed Gardner?
Yes.
Yeah.
First word out of my mouth.
I thought you guessed the bullpen.
No. That was a joke at the end after I said it. It's probably Gardner or Judge or the bullpen.
I just heard the last
I'm
one.
sorry.
Gardner wins it. Because Gardner is a playoff player.
Yeah.
But his numbers don't show it. Like, because he doesn't get a lot of hits and stuff. But let's grind out some at-bats.
Yeah.
He led the league in pitches seen
Yeah.
per plate appearance out of every offensive player this season. It's 4, 5, 6 or something like that. That's crazy.
And you know what? I know his postseason numbers lifetime are pretty bad.
Oh, yeah.
But last year he was really good.
Was he?
Yeah. And the 6 games, he might have one-dotted it. So hey, you do that.
There's a little. I got kind of a weird playoff stats thing where it's like,
Yes.
oh, like I guess the result very much matters, but like I don't like there's just so much like stuff where it's like Gardner having like 7 pitch at bats every time he comes up helps, even if it ended in a strikeout or whatever.
I mean,
Like,
you
he
want me to get
doesn't
the
come up
butter
and he
out?
does it like all the time.
It can be huge if he can do it.
But
So I need
like,
him to
obviously
do
his
it.
stats overall aren't impressive.
I mean, Gardy last playoffs, 6 games, 368 batting average, 500 on base, 1.079 OPS. That was last postseason. So let's do that again.
Like I think Stanton 2019 playoffs, the stats looked bad, but like I remember watching it and thinking like they're pitching to Stanton differently. They're making sure he's not the one that hurts them. Against the Astros, he was hurt and stuff, but
Ooh, this last series, Gardner might have fallen out of the top. Damn. He have a lot of quick outs? Didn't I do this
I'm
last week?
Sorry, man.
I did this last week or last
I think
episode.
so, yeah.
And he was the
It's
number
out.
one. Yeah.
Who got him?
A lot.
Good?
A lot of guys.
No.
Oh, this is 2021. Baseball reference, I just Googled pitches per plate appearance and then clicked the top link, and it took me to 2021.
that's
Why would they do that?
Year.
No, 2020. That was 2020.
Gotcha.
Makes more sense.
4.54 this
4.54.
season. And this is a full season. Which, yeah. Let me double check
He's
now.
going to double check some numbers.
Sort by top.
That was a close call.
It
For
was a
minute.
close call. I was going to be sad, and I was like, how could he have dropped that much? Oh, you know who clipped him? This is an honest clipping.
Honest clipping.
Brett Gardner has 459 plate appearances. For anyone that has like anywhere near there, he's leading.
Okay.
Vogelback, 258 plate appearances, and he averaged 4.55. So if you want to make it 300 plate appearances or more,
Sure.
Gardner's top dog.
Guard dog.
But good job by Vogelback. You know who else had 4.55? Talkman, but obviously not a lot. And then it's all pitchers. So if that's his tool and defense, then like I need to set an over/under on Gardner in the wild card game. Say he gets 4 at bats and his average on the year is 4.5. You know,
Yep.
then we need to set like an over/under, and if he hits it, they win.
18 would be the math.
But do we need him to go above his average?
Well, that would be at his average.
Do we need him to like? But that his average is top of the league. Like he
Right.
could be a little below that and still be very effective.
Okay.
I'm gonna set it at 20.
Okay, it just went up.
Yeah.
You didn't like that price? It just went up.
Yeah.
Say something else.
Yeah. Want another? Voigt's shaking champagne and just drinking it. Oh my God. That's a wild. This is a wild. Go look at what Talkin Yanks just tweeted 4 minutes ago. Look at this video. It's Glaber just throwing
yeah.
champagne in Wade's face,
Yeah,
and then in the
that's-
background, Voigt shaking a bottle of champagne, opening it, and just pouring it in his own mouth by himself. Like no one's around him.
That's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
What Voigt's doing?
Yes.
How weird is that?
I mean, Glaber and Wade are just doing, some light,
They're having
light
fun.
sex stuff. Voigt, there's no reason to shake. Or you know what it is, Jim? It's a lot more normal than we thought. That's the end of Voigt spraying the bottle. So it was out of spray. So he's just sipping the last little bit, which I think that's a pretty normal move.
Okay.
Good
Because
So
catch.
he,
at
so he
first it looks
fire,
like he's starting, but he's ending.
he's fire hosed the clubhouse and then just throws the rest in his
There's
mouth.
2 sips left, so he just chucks
Okay,
it.
because it looks like he's shaking
That
it up just to
first
put it
time,
in his own mouth.
that
and
looked
that's
like insanity.
Weird. Yeah.
That was close.
Okay.
That Glaber weight thing is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. Like that Glaber weight
Are
thing.
the kids running with that on the internet?
This Glaber weight thing is the Billy Madison, the guy spraying the other guy with the hose.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Mister, leave me alone.
They all swamp
Who are
Chappie.
you?
That's actually kind of fun.
Yeah, the Chappie one was good.
All right, everybody. We're going to see them tomorrow. Do we decide on that?
Yeah, we're doing a more in-depth breakdown of everything.
After talking baseball, I think. Right?
After
Yeah.
talking baseball at
Afternoon.
11:30.
which we're doing a wild card preview with Trev, and then we'll do a more hyped up one here. And then we do have the pregame show on Tuesday, and we will be we'll be live for the full game on Tuesday. God damn.
Goddamn.
I hate that.
Goddamn. Tuesday's going to be a tough one. Enjoy it with us.
All right. Man, that's the end. All right, everyone say it with my grandma because she just passed.
R.I.P.
And,
Grams.
Very sad. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams. Oh, come on, audio.
Go Yankees.
Go Yankees.